Game Face here, and I am back in Planet Coaster. So I don't know. You may notice some things. Hey, welcome back to the stream. I tossed together a couple of frames for buildings. This one is going to be, well, solid like this. This one, however, is fully destructible. It's all made out of non-grid parts. So if it ever lets me edit it. Hey, Kerbal Plays. Guess not. No, this isn't. This is the 5th stream. I built a parking garage. Yeah. I wanted something for this thing to, like, to level out on top of, and that seemed to work the best. But I got a little bit of a change of plans going on here. And I'm going to explain that maybe when there's a couple more people here. Sorry, just taking my shoes off. So what we have here is basically a set of modular ruins. There's this. This I'm not going to move because it's the coaster station. That is going to remain the coaster station. But here I've got basically a standalone piece. This is basically, standalone. There's no need for anything else. There's a new tree growing out of the bottom of the back of the thing of the deal. So that's another thing. So basically what I'm finding I'm doing here is I'm building these little, ruins. Different sets of ruins that fit, all within this jungly, overgrown theme. You'll also notice there's like a bunch of stuff done on the back here. And so what I'm actually thinking I should be doing here, now that I've sort of done a deeper analysis, is basically laying out the buildings and then like smashing pieces through pieces to put the coaster where the coaster wants to go. I am going to change the coaster though. I think what I want to do is find the launch coaster version of this. There is a launch coaster version of this. And that way I also have much more control over it. I'll be able to speed it up and slow it down. Well, mainly speed it up wherever I want, because you can generally slow a coaster down wherever you want. So that's sort of what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan like that. But in order to, like, really, this doesn't need to be here right now. This can be moved out of the way. And what I need to do is when I put down another coaster to replace it, I need to perfectly match the station so that I can just slide it back in there and build out from that. Obviously, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to move it out right now. What I am going to do is delete the coaster part. So basically what I'm saying here is I need to finish about 3 or 4 more buildings and figure out the layout between them before I can really know what this should be, or where this coaster can go. Because I find every time I put it on a building, I'm like, I don't know if I like that there. I think I want to put it here, and I'm shifting things around. Near Automata. So yeah, this is what we're going for here. I also swapped out the cars. I didn't do a very good job. They're kind of like really buried. A little too much. Yeah, I think the coaster control is going to be a big thing in this. Especially being as I'm going to like want to drop down into it. Like, we are going to build a subway. That's part of the thing here. And I have a pretty good idea how that's going to work. And there's also, I think there's a train car that I can use to make it look like a subway car down there. So we're going to be able to do some of that. I like that idea, and I'm kind of concerned with it because that's hiding a lot of things underground, but we'll see. So right now, we've built this. I almost want to break it down. But I don't know what I should do. Maybe I should just continue working on like maybe this. It's another one of these scenarios where I'm like, I don't know what to do. I may have to look at what I did here, because that made sense. This time I'm going to be a lot smarter about it though, and do it all in one go. The only thing I don't like is we're like, it's either got to be a bank of 3. I don't know. I guess I have to figure that out, don't I? You want smooth concrete in here, I think. See, I think that's too much. Hey, Meganico. Okay, what do I want to do here? What? No. I don't know if I should be doing something different here. Because obviously there'd be a lot more of this stuff around. Pipes and why. Of course, well, most of it would be all buried by this point. Oh. We need floor. guess that would be a stupid place to start. Corner's probably the best place. Now this isn't going to work out perfect because I'm going to have to lay out. Hey Marco, I'll lay out the layers to here, and then everything from here up is going to be different. I don't know what to do with this. So what's going to happen here is we're going to have either a square pattern so that I can, well, we are going to have a square pattern anyway. We know that, whatever. That's just how it looked when they poured the concrete. Nothing we can do about that. But we've got this gap. And something needs to be done about the gap. Or maybe I should rethink that. Maybe something needs to be done about the gap. Maybe something doesn't need to be done about the gap. Maybe having floors floating in midair won't actually even matter. Because maybe nobody will ever see it. Because I'll never finish it. No, I'm just kidding. Because it'll all be covered. Or we'll do this. This is going to be a complicated roof to copy up to the whole. Yeah. Whatever. So most of all of this will be a shell. Most of all of everything will be a shell. And when we actually start punching through different things with the coaster, that's when we'll start to like really fill things in a lot more. Like obviously the little buildings that we've got so far, it makes sense that we've detailed those. Okay. You know, I do want a little more detail in this. And I don't know if there's some type of like something we could use, like ductwork. Okay, maybe I'm going too far. And again, I should be saving that for the places where the coaster goes through and everything gets where people will really see it. The rest of it's going to be decorated all around the outside, of course. Okay, I think that's it. Uh-oh. We have a problem. Is it that much of a problem, though? Maybe it's just fine. No, it's a problem. The problem is we don't really need these steel things around the outside anymore. Too bad I couldn't go in and create like broken sheets of glass and stuff like that. Really, Planet Coaster? You know, ugh! So I just ignored the mouse click. of me clicking to move the camera and ignored the other button, as it has started to do constantly. And I know there's nothing wrong with my mouse. My mouse is brand new. Well, not brand new, but months old. And it doesn't do it in any other game. So I went to move the camera and it decided, no, you're selecting that thing. And deselected everything else. This will probably be the biggest building. And I was thinking something where the coaster could like come in and like dive through a bunch of holes in the floor and pop out the other side. I don't know. I guess we'll figure that out when we get to it. Okay, that definitely looks a lot better now. Doesn't look like an empty shell. Well, it doesn't look as much like an empty shell. That was kind of stupid. I left the floor in when the elevator is. I didn't delete it on the first one. Now I gotta go back and delete them all. Hey, Retro Misfits. Welcome to the stream. Building a little bit of a city. Just something to run a coaster through. Okay, so I want to do like this and maybe do the same thing on the other side to some extent. You know, pretend there would be doors or something there. And then we need to start like, let's go look for some rubble. We need piles and piles of rubble. Actually, what does this look like? I guess it could probably be a little less. More brown. Welcome back. So I think the first thing we need to do is basically fill up which is the big one? That's the big one. We need to fill this up, basically, because, you know, over 10,000 years of decay and falling apart, a lot of stuff would have fallen down from that elevator shaft. And I don't think we'd see anything from on the first floor, truthfully. So, fill her up with dirt. That's what I always say. I don't always say that. I never say that. That's one thing. As soon as you put the roof in, or the ceilings and or the floors, I guess they are, it becomes very hard to navigate in this. Let's change up the color a bit. Let's throw something more like the red. You know, it's funny how it really doesn't look like much right now. But give me 40 minutes. And I'll see what I can do. 40 minutes? This is a challenge for myself. Not to build so slowly. So let's go right into adding some green stuff. We need piles of it. But it seems that it doesn't come in piles. Actually, you know what? I hate to do this, but I'm going to bury most of what I just put down. Yeah. So right now, this is on the world grid. I'm going to change that right now. We're going to put it on the same grid as the rest of the buildings. And that way, at least when I put stuff around it, well, you know. That seems about right, eh? Close enough. Right out on the street, maybe? Back. No, not on the street. This looks better when it's sunk back into things. Was that YouTube sending out a notification that I'm streaming? Oh, no, haven't got that yet. So back to adding greenery. No, there's no music. Not today. What do I want? I'm guessing I want to grow some trees out of it like that. But I also want to, like, okay, let's get rid of that. I should de-knock. I should knock. I don't know what that means. Okay, so what I want to do is completely unrelated to this coaster. What? No. I did that wrong. Obviously, though, this is not the street. The street's here. So again, I'm still doing it wrong. Yay me. Okay, so we've brought water up to here. But I want more to it than that. What is this? Okay, that's what that is. So let's take this, and this. Hey, Dan, I guess. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for following. Or Danixio? Danixio. That's how it's spelled. Maybe. Welcome anyway. Even if I can't pronounce. Yeah, it's Danixio. Okay, so I need some floor, a sidewalk. I want some sidewalk visible, like just sort of peeking through the built up dirt. And I don't want the sidewalk to be part of that building. Hello. That's just lovely. Oh, thank you. Just gotta click hard enough in the right place, I guess. It truly will not let me choose any of them. Oh. Unless I do that. Okay. Whatever. Let's just expose them a little bit more. Whoops. Again, it still won't let me choose them. Because they're underwater. Okay. Fine. They're under like that much water, and if I want to select them, I need to be underwater too. there's this big bunch of stuff built up here, which is stopping the water now. So we don't need all those. That's actually not too bad. Look at where the car's parked. This car's kind of crooked. But hey, maybe it got pushed out by some dirt or something that fell. I don't know. It's been 10,000 years. I wasn't there the whole time. I think what I want to do is just pull a couple of these out to here, bring them down. You don't want just for kicks. We'll expose a little bit more of it. Maybe not just for kicks. Just to show that it is what it is. Okay, let's grab some destroyed cars. Destroy. There was also another vehicle that I thought I might be able to use just for a little diversity. Because having the same destroyed vehicle everywhere. But the problem with this, of course, is I think it has freaking headlights on it. Like, who leaves their headlights on all the time? This guy does. Yeah, so the only use this is like that. Which is a possibility. Don't get me wrong here. Definitely something we might be able to do somewhere. Path? No, we don't need path yet. Okay. Not working with the sun down. de Mancha. How you doing? How did your X4 war end up going? I missed the last one. I was working. Okay, now obviously this concrete would still be, you know, oh, Planet Coaster, you're saving, are ya? And these cars would still be totally overgrown. And the asphalt would be very barely visible. Well, I guess that's what the game's about. Conquest and taking over the universe, I guess. Well, universe, galaxy, I don't know what level it's at, but you get the joke? No. What do you mean? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay, let's start laying some of this out. Hey, Golden Pie. Okay, I need some different vines. Hmm. Hello. Again, you reach that magic level where moving it an inch shoots it across the world. And when you're building up like that. He reached out a lot, it seems. Maybe have that in there so it looks like that isn't just growing out of the side of the stone. Okay, I think we need a tree. I think we need a bunch of trees, actually. Whoa, what happened? I moved the building, and of course, this is not part of the building, eh? It's another building. It's other buildings. Wow, I sort of messed that up. Anybody think they'll notice a crooked penthouse apartment? Yeah, I'll cover it with trees. Let's stick a tree up here right now. Just to, you know, get us off to a good start. Brazil nut tree in the sky. How about right there? What's my favorite theme park? I don't know. Never been to one. That's why I build things like this, because I'm pretty sure theme parks don't look like this. But, yeah. Couldn't say. Hey, Juan! Welcome to the stream. Okay, maybe what I'll do is this. Now the question becomes, do we need another one of these? Is that Brazil nut tree number 1 or Brazil nut tree number 2? Yeah, that's that. See, there's the problem with these. These are all grid buildings, so I can't tilt them. So I built this last night, which I can do what I want with, because grid buildings won't allow you to do that. Okay. After I'm done this, I'm going to upload it to the workshop, and we're going to call it Apocalyptic City. And then by that time, it should be about December. So then I'm going to Christmas theme the whole thing and re-upload it as Apocalyptic Christmas. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But it would look funny with Christmas trees all throughout it. Sorry, my brain's going to weird places. I might have slept too much. Walking Dead. Yeah. They do have zombies in here now, don't they? Chased by zombies. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's not that I don't like it at all. I just don't like it that these pieces sticking out like that. It's actually just that I don't like seeing those pieces sticking out like that. Bury them. Problem solved. Okay, so we built that. We're getting there. Things are coming together here. Don't give up on me yet. I need more piles of dirt. I have trees stuck to the side of my buildings. Yeah, there's a couple of the trees stuck to the side of the buildings. It's funny that happened. I just don't understand it. But I do think it's going to look just absolutely freaking awesome when it's done. I don't think people will notice this tree stuck to the side of the buildings when it's done. I don't even think they'll notice the buildings. They'll just think, yeah, this is just some jungle somewhere. It'll all look like this. Well, okay, so in a way, I already have trees held up by trees. I don't have trees held up by a building held up by trees. I mean, trees held up by trees held up by a building. So let's do that now. Because, you know, it's got to be like it's a must-have thing. We must have trees held up by buildings held up by trees. Why am I Sorry, slept in. Brain's just not functioning properly on too much sleep. I don't even know what the trees I put on trees are. So I think what we're going to do is somehow bring this into here. Well, we already have it here, so that shouldn't be too hard. What'll be hard is making it look like it is not just haphazardly thrown as I haphazardly throw it onto the side of the building. There we go. Trees growing on trees, growing on the side of a building. Hey, Toast is down. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so the problem right now, of course, I believe is more of a problem of it doesn't look right down here. So I need to like basically finish the street before I can really make the building, you know. Forgot about the trees. Yeah, I don't think that's possible. You know, if the canopy was thick enough, yeah, you could probably figure there would be places, but these trees aren't thick enough. I need to do something like, you know, whoops. I know you mean a tree on top of a tree, but it would need to be, need to be a much thicker canopy for a tree to be growing in it than a canopy that we can see through. You know what I mean? This is not thick enough to grow trees in. Can I speak German? No, I can't speak German. Sorry. Can't help you. Instead of just doing that, I'm going to do that and bring some smaller pieces in here. Can I speak French? No, I can't speak French. I can speak English, but just barely. Don't ask me to write it. No, I'm just kidding. Has the editor been game here? I'm not sure what you're asking. Sorry. Okay, let's add some stuff to this thing. as we've been doing all along. But you know, more stuff. Does anybody speak German? There's just not enough green here. I'm sorry, but your green levels are too low. We're gonna have to send you back for a refund. Green. It's like, nope. As soon as I'm like exactly where I want it, it's like, no, I'm gonna move that. Of course, I can shut that feature off, so it's more my fault than anything else. I actually think that's a little bit too green. Hello, green. I don't understand the question. Is the editor bin game here? I'm not sure what that means. You know, if you ask the question in German, I can translate it. Okay, we need some trees in here. I need to get this street a little more street-like. I don't know what to do here. I should actually you know what? There's another parking lot here. There is. No, we're not going to do that. It's like really, really cheapening out. Like 4 buildings that are the same. Okay, big trees. That's our first place to start. We'll follow up big trees by medium trees. Come on, Planet Coaster. They must realize there's a problem. That, like, there's so many times now when it ignores the mouse up. It ignores mouse down. It only gets 1 key click instead of 2. It is just so frustrating sometimes. They must know that this is a problem. Why is there a green... Oh, that's an arrow. Never mind. Okay. So there's the medium trees. Now I need more of some of the smaller trees. Now we need to fix this. No, I shouldn't do that. Guess I can do this, though. No. I thought you know, the last button I clicked said remove this from the building. Okay. So we want that. We want this. Now, of course, there's going to be a lot of growth over these because, you know, obviously there's not going to be piles of uncovered dirt after like thousands of years. But it gives having pieces of concrete and stuff like that, rebar, makes it really come together. So now if I go in here and we'll go with some brush. Let's start with a bigger one. Get this around like the water areas and stuff like that. Don't cover the whole thing, of course. Switch to this. Come on. Finish your saving. Yeah, again, like I'm going to say the same thing I said yesterday. The things are changing so fast. This is no time to be making decisions on lighting. And it just we don't know what we're going to be dealing with. So that's sort of my opinion on all that right now. Let's not even think about it. Until we need to. I think before we do anything, we need a coaster going through buildings in order to understand what we need to light. Because I don't know if we want to light up the whole thing, like a park. I think we might want to highlight pieces of the ride with a very subtle glow. Obviously artificial, but just to give the ride its somewhat of a visual appeal at night. We don't want to light the city up with fires and stuff like that, because I think that would look ridiculous. Based on the way I've built it, it needs to be very subtle lighting, and before we can even decide what that's going to even be, or start to decide what it's going to look like or how we're going to do it, we need to understand what the coaster's going to do. Okay, Meganico, I'll be here. And right now, I'm not sure what the coaster's going to do, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have a city before I have a coaster at this point. I want the coaster to be, like I said before, to be interactive with the city, and I was going to try to build the coaster around the coaster and the city together, but I found it wasn't really doing what I wanted. So I'm going to build the city and then basically punch holes through things where I want to put them and do the coaster that way. And again, we're changing up the coaster too. I'm going with a launch coaster with the same type of seating as Werewolf. I think this is Werewolf. Werewolf. Yeah, same type of seating. So that's the idea right now. Again, as you can tell, we're only 5 episodes into this, and things have changed quite dynamically so far. We don't know what's going to happen. Things can change. It's a very dynamic process. Only. Well, how many episodes did it take me to build the workshop? That was like, I don't know. This one's going to take longer. What am I looking for? Nothing in there. workshop is 4,000 parts. Yeah, you can go grab the workshop right now. It's sitting there for everybody to enjoy. Or to not enjoy, as somebody didn't. But whatever. I think somebody also gave my Leopold's Toys and Books a thumbs down. Probably because they didn't have one of the DLCs or something. Because it uses almost all of them. It's only a few hundred pieces, and yet it uses almost every single DLC that has ever come out. But it had to. It's the only way it was going to be what it is. So I'm not going to worry about that. Oh yeah, I'm going to use every piece that's available to me. This, it will use everything. Like every DLC will be used except for Knight Rider, Monsters, and and that stuff. Mainly because I find them useless. I'm not kidding. They're absolutely useless. But some other people might find them useful. Where's the big one? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I have all the DLC. Yeah, when the DLC comes out, I live stream a preview of all the pieces and everything that day. There's only one DLC that I missed, and that's because they delayed the release. And I didn't get to it. Well, I guess I didn't get till the day after. But yeah, I do previews of all the DLCs when they come out. But really, if you're going to do this like this, the more parts you have, the better. Like, there's definitely an advantage to the way to building like this. Okay, yeah, see, mine is, I can't say barely nobody downloaded it. That's not the case at all. It's got 178 subs right now. It should have more, I think. But that's it. It's like, it's appeared, it's been up there for 7 days, and it's over. Like, its life has ended. Which is, like, not... Yeah. But again, I haven't had that happen with a park. All my parks are 4 stars. Okay, Raphael. See you later. All my parks are 4 stars, so I'm not like worried that's gonna happen with a park yet. Maybe it will. Who knows? That'll be disappointing. Okay, I need something else in here. You know, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm really not liking the yellow. I'm thinking these should be more purpley. Thanks for subscribing, Toast is down. I'm glad you decided to join us. So if I were to take this, now it's a different color again. Let's try this. This might be a better fit for what I'm trying to make it look like. Hey, Dystelica! Welcome to the stream. Thanks for following. You see what I mean? This is more what this is supposed to look like. Not that yellow. Okay, let's take a second pass over this. Okay, then there was this. I came up with this yesterday. I'm going to use this too. So I'm going to have to pop this off here and... hello? Where'd you go? We'll move it onto here. There's almost two separate paths through one street. Yeah, I think what it is you just don't see that that like this building is set off in the back and there's like, you know. But I think we'll do okay. We'll see though. Like we can move all this stuff around, eh? Like I made it so it was somewhat modular. Big pile of newspaper just floating in the air. Yeah. Okay, let's get back on this then. Because for this, what I need is the lighter version of this. Again, I'm at that bad level. Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, they're, you know, see, the other thing is here. I think I'm gonna build the subway above the ground too, and we're gonna put the subway into the ground when we decide where the path of the coaster is gonna go. So there's like yeah, this could have the coaster passing through the same area like 3 times, really. Once there's a subway in there. Hey, Meganico, welcome back. Well, and I also think that having the track interact with the other piece of the track coming through is also a good thing. But we'll see we'll see what we end up with. What? Excuse me. Wow. That was weird. It like looped around. I don't know. I would say 2 with 2 streets, 2. Okay, let's. So right now we've got this row of buildings and this row of buildings. This is crooked. Don't even think about that. I figure there'll be another street back here with some more buildings. This building might actually end up on the back. I don't know. Again, that's why I'm building all this modular, so that we can move stuff around once we've sort of decided. The only fixed thing, of course, is the coaster station. So, you know, there's so much that, like I said, yeah. I expect to have 2 major streets with 2 side streets somewhere. There's a comment from me about the Temple Run coaster. Oh. Well, I think that's a coaster I have in my blueprints right now. I'm not sure, though. This has basically just become a big, huge thing that holds dirt, plants, and trees up on the top of the building. We're also going to have a massive amounts of water pouring down. Again, this is generally just fill, so that I can go in here and have plants with concrete sticking out. Because, you know, plants love concrete. They just tear it apart. Concrete hates plants. That's the way I should have said it. Long live plants. It's a jungle out there. I tell you. A jungle. Yeah, if only you could put water up and things like that. That would be awesome. But in order to do that, I would have to have ground up here. No safety barrier there. But I guess there's nobody to keep safe, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think you realize how difficult it would be to put water in a section like that. Like, seriously, I'd have to block off like 2-3 floors. Oh yeah, water is not a friendly thing in Planet Coaster. People have carved out the land down and made the entire thing water. Yeah. I'll never guess. Beer brewing kit. Sorry, that's my guess. You didn't say I would never guess it right. Oh yeah, no, there's no way to do that. Maybe that's enough. What is that? Sounds like my Alexa in the other room is making noises. Don't know why it would be doing that. Thought that wall was going to be a problem, eh? Sorry. Oh, a boat. Oh, cool. I was way off then. Yeah, yeah. That'd be cool. Okay, so now we got our beech tree. What we got our kapok tree or kapok tree? I don't know. Kapok. That sounds like Klingon to me. Is that like some type of Klingon tree? Actually, it sounds like a Klingon on some type of Klingon ritual, not a tree. Kapah. Exactly. Isn't that what I said? Wow, we got a lot of stuff to do to this building. that was unnatural. Wow, don't know what that is. There's some magical force field at some places here. And don't overlap these, because look what happens. Artefactus graphicus. Sorry. That's Greek for bad graphics. I guess it's not Greek, it's Latin. Sorry, I'm an idiot. I don't know my Greek from my Latin. That's not good. No, that's it. I didn't want to edit the building anymore. I wanted to go do something else. That might work a little better. We'll have to put more down though. Okay, maybe just that. Okay, so where is the... Okay, it's down there. You know, I think what I'm going to do is put something in here. can go from there onto this side. No, I still want to edit the building. Hello? That doesn't work. Who designed this building? Poorly done. Me. Way to go, me. So the problem, of course, is I made it so nothing lines up. So this might work. If I take this here. No, it won't. It won't. Oh well. I think we'll be okay. It's getting there. Can I please pick up the... Calm down. It's all good. There we go. Where's the water coming from? You don't think if it was building like this was all filled with decayed plant material, it would collect water? Burst pipes? No, 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 no. This doesn't happen in... There's no water in pipes. There's no pumps running. There is no... All the water here is from rain, and it's collected, and it's all in the soil and the dirt and everything like that. This is like 10,000 years of decay and breakdown. So all the water here is from natural sources. It's probably clean enough to drink. See, basically, this is what you'd be dealing with inside a building like this after 10,000 years. It would be raining in here constantly. You wouldn't, you know, you'd be in here, and it would be raining, dripping constantly. You wouldn't be able to be dry in a situation like this. You're basically in an indoor jungle. Everything would just be dripping and pouring through the concrete, all the cracks. It'd be non-stop. Okay, Meganico. Have a good night. We'll talk to you next time. Look, a subway train is up here. How did that get up here? My goodness, what are we going to do? It's a rusted out subway car. We're going to put these underground. Train! Sorry. Yeah, we'll wait until we start building the subway for that. But I think it'll look okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? Scenery. Hey, Thomas. How you doing? No. This is Apocalyptic City. So this is post-apocalypse overgrowth we're dealing with here. It's really starting to come together. I find the more buildings I build, the more together it comes. Of course, that would make sense. The more I finish, the more closer to being finished it is. It's like life after People. No, this is like there are no people anymore. This is like thousands and thousands of years after there's no people at all. A happy Earth. That's why I'm right now. I'm kind of concerned about things like. I'm trying to think of how the coaster's going to be lit. And stuff like that. No, like this city wasn't. This wasn't people moving away. Their cars are still parked here and rotten. Decayed. But we're not going to go into what happened. That's a detail we don't need to talk about. But let's just say they did it to themselves. Or I guess that's probably obvious. Zombie Outbreak. Well, and you know, if it was a zombie outbreak, whose fault were the zombies? I'm guessing it wasn't because of, you know, it's probably the humans. It's probably the humans when you really think about it. Zombies are people too. Very sad state of affairs, this apocalypse, if you ask me. Hello, camera. Thank you. I haven't really looked at Cyberpunk that much myself. I haven't seen the new trailer. The only thing I've watched lately when it came to trailers was Dying Light, first like playthrough stuff, and it looked good. Scary. Not that the zombies were scary. The changes to the game are scary, but good, nonetheless. What? Which Dying Light? Which Cyberpunk? Dying Light is Dying Light 2. That's what you're asking. If not, everybody knows the answer now anyway. Steampunk, no. No, I haven't really done much steampunk. Oh, Cyberpunk. I don't know. Not really something I ever followed anyway, but, you know, that's just me. I think the next, well, yeah, I don't know. I keep on saying I think the next game I'm gonna get is Borderlands 3, but I'm really, really, really don't want to give Epic money for it. What they're doing should not be encouraged, is basically what I'm saying. And me giving them money is just encouragement. Like I said, also, as soon as they have cloud save, fine, you can have my money. But until then, no. You're not profiting off this and giving me nothing. Sorry. I'm not going to be buying Borderlands 3 until they but the problem, of course, is they're going to just... Everybody who doesn't buy it there is not going to be able to pre-purchase it. And they're not going to get the... Yeah. That's the sad thing. They're still going to rip us off somehow. Don't understand the game. Yeah, yeah, okay. I'll say that. The humor might definitely. Well, I don't know. Is there a German translation? You speak German, right, Thomas? I don't know what German is it, or is it Dutch? I can't remember. But yeah, I could see how some of the I don't know. I thought you were. Have I considered it? Um, Not really. Steampunk? I haven't really thought about it, no. I don't know if that's a style that suits. Because steampunk doesn't have a lot of nature in it. And you'll notice a lot of what I build is all based around nature. And, and yeah, I know, like I guess you could have taken the workshop, and if you changed all the colors, you could have started to push that towards more of a steampunk type look. Well, yeah, nature's good. It's a good thing. I just like being able to build things like this. Is what it is. You know, that's when the things I built in Planet Coaster really started to pop. Was when I started adding nature. Before that, it was just the same as everything else. But once I got good at the terrain, that's what made all the difference, I think. Well, yeah, even yeah, Pirates Paradise. There's a lot of nature in Pirates Paradise, and without it, it would have looked awful. But this is going to look way better than Pirates Paradise. Yeah, that's what was supposed to go on. You got it all figured out, Planet Coaster. Yeah, it's getting there. See, that's one good thing about those beech trees is they all lean to one side, eh? Like they're supposed to go like leaning out over the water around a beach, or well, I'm guessing that's what it's for. But they all lean, so they're perfect for this sticking trees on the sides of buildings thing. Do I watch the odd stream now and then. Whoops. I definitely stream more than I watch. But you know, that's it. That's the thing. I watching the stream doesn't give me the enjoyment that making the stream gives me. Yeah, this is all going to have to be covered. Well, yeah, the thing is though, like you know, if I'm doing something that allows me to do multiple things, I will watch a stream. But if I'm not doing those things, generally I'm going to stream myself. What I should do though is go and eat so that I could get ready for the second stream. Yeah, I actually watched Johnny from Channel 5 reviewing Pirates Paradise again the other day just for inspiration. I needed it. Not inspiration. Not inspiration. Maybe that's the wrong word. That's definitely the wrong word. I'm not looking for inspiration off my own park. But I don't know what I can't think of what the right word is right now. guess it's to inspire me to continue. I don't know. So, how many pieces do you think we're at? Whoops. I almost gave it away. No, I don't know if I have golden pie. I may have looked.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh, there we go. Yes, I have. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, yeah, okay. I've been there. So, yeah. How many pieces are we at? That's what I want to know. Any guess? 15,000? No. 5,000. We've exceeded the 4,000 ride limit, of course. What I think this is really coming together. You know, obviously I've got this empty path down here that I need to sort of figure out what I'm doing with. I know once you get down here, it doesn't look so empty. It actually looks quite full and jungly. Wow. Wow. You know, you run a coaster slowly through here. And up. And over. Yeah. And then we need to go shooting up here and dive through the holes in the buildings, which we'll make with the coaster. I don't know. I don't know. We're at 15,000 pieces though. And I'm sorry, no, we're at 5,000 pieces. See, my brain is not working today. And I need to go make some lunch and get ready for the next stream. But I'm really, really happy with the progress. Really happy with it. It's like no, I overslept. I'm undertired. It's like truly, this is as close to the image in my head as I've ever come. As far as I can tell right now. You know what I mean? Like you got this picture in your head of what you're trying to build. And when I sit here right now and look down here, I'm like, that's the picture in my head. It's like, I've come close before, you know, though something scary isn't very close. But the workshop, that somewhat was close to what I had in my head. This, though, so far, I've nailed it. I don't know what it's going to be like with a coaster, but I'm sure it'll be okay. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this one's going. Now, you know, like the workshop, it's gonna take time. I expect to be here for a couple more weeks putting this all together. Especially when we try to get in the other side of the street here. Yeah. It'll be interesting. I guess we'll wait and see. So until next time. Oh, where does the ride go? This is the station. So we need to build... This isn't the coaster, though. And the ride goes out here. It's a launch coaster, not a chain lift, so we're going to have a lot of control over speed and stuff like that. We're going to lay out the city first, because we want to drive the coaster through buildings and everything like that. And it's probably better to have a good idea where all that is, and basically tear pieces out around where the coaster's going through and stuff like that. And then we can really detail around the path of the coaster. Like, I know the coaster's going to be coming down here. So that's one reason that this looks so detailed, is because this is the experience that I want people to have. But like I said moments ago, I'm going to leave this here, and we're going to pick it up later. So until next time, I'm Gameface. This was Planet Coaster. If you liked it, click the button. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.